Hey Canucks fans, is Seattle still on track to begin playing in the 2021-22 season? I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, April the 6th. I hope you are safe, you are healthy. Thanks to everyone who joined me for my live stream last night on YouTube. Had a lot of fun talking Canucks, and less about Canucks now, more and more about life. And it was always a great way to check in on each other. So today I wanted to talk about a really interesting article that Pierre LeBrun wrote in The Athletic, and it centered around the Seattle franchise that's supposed to come in the NHL in the 2021-2022 season. So not this coming September or October, but the year after. And the expansion draft then was supposed to be in late June of 2021, ahead of the kickoff for Seattle in later that fall. And of course, we've talked many times on this channel about the ramifications expansion draft for the Vancouver Canucks, especially when it comes to goaltenders. Is Markstrom going to be signed by then? Then do you protect Markstrom or Demko? But not going to talk about that today. I want to talk about Seattle as a whole. And there's a few things that came out of this article that are quite interesting. The first one is that they were ready to announce officially the name of the team, I think, over the past couple of weeks. But because of what's happening with the coronavirus, they don't want to look tone deaf. They know that there are more important things and concerns in this world right now, and they want to do it when the time is right. And back in January, I remember vlogging about this on January the 29th, there was a leak that the name was the Seattle Kraken, the mythical sea creature. And I did a whole vlog on that. So I haven't heard a lot to say that it's not going to be that, but of course no one's going to confirm it by now, or no one would have confirmed that rumor. And then they were supposed to announce it over the past month in March, but because of everything that's happening, they will likely push that back to whenever it's an appropriate time to do so. So it might be the Seattle Kraken, it might be anything that has to do with Seattle, West Coast, the sea, ocean, who knows, but we'll have to wait a little bit longer to find out. And Pierre LeBrun made a point of saying that it could be a really good feel-good story. You know, once they announce what's going to happen with the NHL, Seattle can come out and really and make the community feel good, make not just the local community in Seattle, but the NHL community feel good about a really good announcement, nice logo, new name and all that, all the excitement that goes around the naming of a new team, just like we saw with Vegas a few seasons ago. So that's something to keep an eye on for sure. Also with the Seattle franchise, of course, comes their arena it has to be ready obviously for the fall of 2021. I believe I read June 1st was the deadline. June 1st 2021, you need a few months to be ready, of course. And it sounds like that after a small hiatus in construction, that they are continuing to work on the arena. So as of now, there are no issues, no worries about that arena not being done. Of course, if the coronavirus pandemic is even worse or gets worse somehow in that greater Seattle area, then maybe it slows down construction. But as of now, they are on track for a June 2021 finish date. Which brings us to the most important and intriguing part, I think, has to do with the expansion draft and the actual draft itself. So the actual draft usually happens the third week of June, June 20, June 21, June 22. And then the expansion draft last year happened a week after that for Vegas. And that was the plan for June of 2021 for Seattle. Now, the 2020 draft, as we know it, has been postponed, and it will not have the same feel likely as a typical draft like the one we had in Vancouver last year. Montreal was supposed to host it this year, but because it got postponed, Montreal has been promised that they will get the full-scale NHL draft either in June 2021 or June 2022. So then the thought is, well, wouldn't it be cool if Seattle got the entry draft on the year that Montreal doesn't have it? So let's look at this. If Seattle got it next year in 2021, it would be kind of cool because you could do the NHL entry draft, and then you can either combine it or 1 week later have the expansion draft also in Seattle. And then, of course, what a wonderful week of events that could be in Seattle. Whether you do the expansion draft and or in proper order, you do the entry draft and expansion draft separately, or imagine doing it on the same weekend. What a weekend of celebration that would be in Seattle. So that's one possibility, and then Montreal gets it in 2022. But the other thought is Montreal might get it first because they've already been postponed once. And, it seems kind of unfair to say you can't do it in 2020, but we're not going to give it to you in 2021 either. You can have it 2 years from now in 2022. That seems like a long time for a team to wait, especially if they were only 4 months away from hosting it this year. So my guess is that Montreal will indeed get it in 2021, and then maybe Seattle gets it the next year in 2022. And that would be a very interesting thing to see. So, LeBron floated the idea of a combined, or at least in the same city, NHL entry draft and expansion draft for Seattle in 2021. But then he also did go to say that would seem unfair to Montreal, and probably Montreal would want to get the draft sooner as opposed to later, given that they were the ones that were bumped off the schedule. So maybe Montreal gets it in 2021. Regardless, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Seattle franchise. It not only makes a nice even number of 32 teams in the league, 4 divisions of 8, a balanced schedule, but more importantly for Canucks fans, we are going to have a true geographical rival. Right now, you have to look to Calgary or Edmonton, and you guys know Calgary is my least favorite team, so I guess I'd consider them a rival. They're the last team we played in the playoffs, and last time we were in the playoffs, and we've had some really good playoff series with them in the past, of course, and we also remember the line brawl one year, and that was the year that John Tortorella tried to get into the Calgary just to get at Bob Hartley. So a lot of memories with Calgary, but I would say Seattle, the fact you can drive down there in 2.5, 3 hours, well, shorter if you have Nexus, and the fact that in the same time zone and all those things, I think Seattle will quickly become a geographical and a rival for the Vancouver Canucks, and I think we need one, and I think it would be really cool that way. But they got to get there first, so that means naming the team, that means finishing off the arena, and that means doing an expansion draft and maybe hosting an NHL entry draft soon thereafter or at the same time. So Canucks fans, a lot to digest there. Are you looking forward to the Seattle franchise? And if so, do you think it's going to be called the Kraken? Do you think it's going to be something else? Do you have a better suggestion? Do you agree with me that they're going to instantly become a geographical rival for our Vancouver Canucks? And what part of this whole process intrigued you? Is it the naming of the team? Is it the building of the arena? Is it the fact that they're going to have their expansion draft and teams have got to make sure they don't get hoodwinked like they did against Vegas and give up too much just to protect picks or protect players? And then, or are you excited about a potential entry draft going to Seattle as well? Not only expansion draft, but an entry draft. So we'd love to open up the conversation. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're feeling right now with everything going on, COVID or not. And let's talk about the Seattle franchise. What are you looking forward to most about it? So whatever you want to talk about, I will gladly read, react, and reply. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Enjoy the day. Be safe. Be healthy. Take care of yourselves and of each other. Have a great day. God bless. And go Canucks go.